Welcome to SOF Equip Metamorphosis, the art of evolving. So we are going to start very quickly, and this series is going to last us for God knows how long. This is the first class, and I'm David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of the SOF Equip. So I like to say that as you go through this, as you listen to this, like the video and comment and share. As a matter of fact, let me know exactly where you are following from. As you walk into the class, I'm seeing you. Drop your comment. Say hello to everyone in the house, and tell me the country, your state, your locality, where you are following from, and that will really go a long way. I'd like you to share this class so that as many people will follow it as possible. You might just be saving somebody's life. You might just be saving someone's career, someone's business, someone's brand. Because if you do not metamorphose, you risk going extinct. So let me know where you are following from. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know that you are here. Let me know, and then like the video, drop a comment, and share this video or across all your platforms, and that will be very good for us. This is Metamorphosis, the art of evolving. The SOF Equip is a platform that helps its members to rally all sorts of help that they need for their businesses, for whatever endeavor they're involved in. We rally funding, we rally research, innovation and trading. We foster collaboration, and we advise on how to channel your income in a way that you have different sources of income. So we started as an educational group. We expanded to accommodate other professionals, and this program, Metamorphosis, is sponsored by the SOF Equip. Now, I'm going to be going very quickly into the first lesson. See, I don't waste time. We know why we are here. Metamorphosis, the art of evolving. Now, when you hear the word metamorphosis, I do not need to begin to school you in biology lessons, and we all know, that biology class that we had, that you see a butterfly developing from another stage. You see a chick being hatched from the egg, So you see a woman pregnant with baby, and very soon the baby comes out. Metamorphosis simply means changing from one form to a totally different form. And you know what I mean? A totally different physical form in the eyes of those who are watching it. But the spirit is still the same. The individual is the same. The individual that started as an egg, which is the chick, is the same individual that became started as an egg, then it became a chick, and then became whatever. So you see, it's a biological process by which an animal physically develops, including birth transformations or hatching, involving a conspicuous and relatively abrupt change. Now, the concept of metamorphosis is not that you change slightly. It's not that you tweak your operations. The concept of metamorphosis is the one whereby you change completely. It is only those who know you before that will know that you are still the same individual, but your visibility, your definition has changed. But because the individual remains the same, the vision of the individual remains the same. The intent, the purpose of the individual or the business or the brand remains the same. But in order to continue to be relevant, in order to continue to stay relevant in whichever sphere that you operate in, the individual needs to change, and that change is a total abrupt transformation. An abrupt change in the individual's body. When I say individual now, I'm replacing that with, in biology they'll call, say, the animal or the organisms. I'm just using that word. A complete change in body structure through cell growth and differentiation. That's the biology definition, because that word we got it from from that. But I'm only going to be writing on that root definition. I'm expanding the meaning of metamorphosis to personal growth, to business evolution, to career transformation, and to brand evolution. You see, these 4 areas are the areas that you need to metamorphose. See, this, what I'm talking about is not optional. I'm not talking about the optional kind of change that we are motivated to go through. You got to change. Change is constant. The only thing constant in life is change. Yeah, you know all those old lines. That's not what I'm talking about. Is deeper than that. The kind of change I'm commanding you to start its journey right here, right now, is the one that is compulsory. You either change, you either metamorphose, or you go extinct in whatever you are doing. You may be having a field day now. You may be in the limelight. The limelight is shining on you. You are a business leader in your industry. You are an artist. Everyone wants to see you. They want to shake hands with you. Or you're a social media influencer. When your name rings, when your name sounds, it rings a bell. All brands want to associate with you. You could even be a star in the government of your country. Let me tell you something. If your country does not metamorphose, the country will be relegated to the backside in the Committee of Nations. Have you heard of some nations that you mention their name, everybody wants to go there? It rings a bell. That kind of effect, that has an effect on the citizens of the country. It has an effect on everyone mentioned in that country. The more you mention that country, that I'm from this country, when you say I'm from this country, everyone's ears are open to what you want to say, because the country has been able to metamorphose themselves from what they used to be to what they are now, and it impacts the prosperity of its citizens, whether at home or abroad. It impacts the GDP of the nation. It impacts the deals that the professionals or the entrepreneurs in that country make within themselves and within other. So everyone, every business, every person, every career is got to metamorphose at every point in time. They are masters here. You just know you need to change this for you to continue to be relevant, or it's going to be relegated, or you just go extinct. So you either metamorphose or go extinct. I don't want it to go extinct. The reason I'm coming online now with this program, I've been thinking about it for, for so many months now. I just thought about it. I saw myself as an example. Here I am speaking to you, talking about metamorphosis. I've gone through about 4 or 5 major phases of metamorphosis. I'm still the same individual with the same goal, with the same my life's purpose is to solve problems, to raise platforms. I've known that for years, for decades. But you see, I've expressed that goal, that purpose across the decades in different ways. As a child, when you don't know anything yet, and then you go to school as an undergraduate, you form a vision for yourself. Most times what you have on your head then is just to graduate and make money and make your parents proud and make them proud and happy. All that they have spent on you has not been a waste after all. But gradually you need to form a purpose for yourself. And then I've had to move from the place of being a freelancer, just graphic artist, web designer, which I still am, but I don't function in that in the public anymore. So they become side skills. Now, apologies to anyone. That may be your own major. That may be your major. What I'm doing now may be minor to you. Why? That which I think is major to me, is minor to me, is major to you. But I've had to metamorphose from that stage to another stage where you have to speak to professionals, entrepreneurs of a certain industry, and then metamorphose again to a stage where you rally them together. Okay, you have been my clients for years. Now let's come together. Let's form something stronger than just a customer, merchant or seller relationship. And then just because
the goal I have, the vision I have has to be realized. I've seen that for it to be realized, I have to metamorphose from one phase of my life to the other, and I continue. At the time, I was the convener of the School Owners Forum, which happens to be Nigeria's largest online gathering of education stakeholders, school owners, and all of that. And then there came a point that, okay, these people look up to me like a coach. They look up to me like for motivation, and I've given as much as I can, even though I'm not as rich as they are now. By virtue of the things I teach, they have been able to use them and they grew their businesses in exponential levels. But then a time came in the life of our nation where the economy is somehow, and then everyone needs funding, especially in a cheap way. And then I thought about it. We have to metamorphose. If I do not metamorphose, they're going to stop following me. They're going to stop looking up to me for whatever they have been doing. So right now they see a leader in their industry and they feel that, oh, he should be able to solve this. So they came, they ran in, you know what, let's solve what you have. Can you have money? Give us money. I don't have as much as you have. You even have more money than me because you are industry leaders, you are entrepreneurs, you are big in your way. Only that I'm privileged to be a coach and a consultant to many of them. But then we ran it, and because I know that coming to this, like, they are looking up to you. They want more. If you are a content creator, for example, the recent the new trend of content creating on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and then you came out with a brand. Maybe you appear like, somehow, you know how you do these days. And people started following you, started watching you, you became popular. Instagram made you popular. You had brands coming to you, bringing their businesses, you advertise, you make skits and all of that. And then you do that for a few months, you realize that you now need to metamorphose. You need to change from that brand for which you came out, because you are soon gone. Anything that comes and rides on the wings of the internet or social media lasts for a while. If you don't keep, for a short while, if you don't keep you have to metamorphose that brand to something so that you keep feeding your followers with something new. They may only stay with you on a particular level until they get tired, until other people spring up and do the same things you are doing. That's actually, you may call it competition, but I call it the new global trend. It's a global trend. So metamorphosis, the art of it. Have I taught you? I have not taught you. Whatever industry it is, can you name it? You are a creative, you are a developer, you are in legal profession, you are a teacher, an educator, an entrepreneur, or whatever. Whether you are doing online business or offline business, a time will come, and now is the time when you need to think about metamorphosing your brand so as to keep your followers, keep your market glued to you. If you do not do that, many other people are going to come doing exactly what you do. You will not be able to match up. Anything on the internet is easy to replicate. See what I'm doing now? Another person can replicate what I'm saying now and record everything I just said and download it and read it very well, and then they go to another line. They can even block me so I will not see that they are doing exactly, they are copying me, and then they trend in their own line. A time will come when people get to know them. If they are faster with their marketing, they are faster with their digital marketing and social media targeting, they may go faster than me, even though I'm the originator of what I'm doing. And so that is why, as you are doing something, you are doing well. You are doing well. You someone will say, well, but I'm doing well, why do I need to change it? The real reason, the more reason you need to change it is because you are doing well. It won't be good for you to do well this year and then later they say, hey, we remember. You will not be that kind of person. You should be one who, check out those who remain leaders in their industries. Look at Toyota. Look at Mercedes. just look at all the brands that have remained number one in the industry. What they started with is not what they are. It may be the same product, but in another container, in a new format, in a new way. They have had to pass through phases of metamorphosis in their. Look at even billionaires that you hear about the Elon Musk and the Mark Zuckerberg, the Warren Buffett, and all of that. Jack Ma, they all metamorphose. What they started with is not what they are doing again. It may be a type of it, But something has changed in that. They have tweaked. Look at how the Facebook platform has been tweaked over the years. At the time, there was no Facebook Live. Later, it was introduced. At the time, there was no. So it has been tweaked in such a way that those who follow that platform, who see it as a source of livelihood, who see it as a source of entertainment, will continue to see it as such to remain. The goal here is to remain relevant to your market. The goal here is to remain relevant to the world, to the globe. You have to either metamorphose or go extinct. So, metamorphosis, the art of evolving. I want to be showing you many things that you need to know so as to metamorphose. I'm going to be talking about personal brand. I'll be talking about personal brand. I'll talk about business evolution. I will talk about career transformation and then brand evolution. So see those 4 areas, you have to fall. You fall into one of them, or even all. I fall into all. Everybody has a personal brand. There must be personal growth. Everybody, entrepreneurs like me, have businesses, and you need to change. So there is evolution that should happen in your business. There is a transformation that should happen in your career, and then there is also evolution that should happen in your brand. Everyone has a brand. Especially for those who are one-man rangers, lone rangers, you stand before the camera or before the world and you speak, and then you perform something. You are artist, you are a musical artist in Nollywood or a film making star or Hollywood, whatever, whichever way you fall into. Social media influencers. For personal growth, maybe you're into education, degrees, acquiring degrees, skill acquisition, your products, your services, your delivery. For career, your CV, employability, being indispensable, staying relevant in your market, switching your industry totally, And for nations, industrial, you're talking about the nation's brand, talk about natural, whatever it is that you are known for. Even if it's a nation, you have to think about metamorphosing so as to benefit the citizens of your country. If your nation doesn't prosper, it's going to be hard for the majority of the citizens to prosper. Well, those who did it, a few will. So a few will, but the majority will be struggling. So your prosperity is almost tied to the prosperity of your nation. Not completely. You can flip out or maybe get out of the country and metamorphose. That's also a form of metamorphosis, and achieve that which you want to achieve and carry it out one way or the other. Like the video and comment and share. As a matter of fact, let me know exactly where you are following from. As you walk into the class, I'm seeing you. Drop your comment, say hello to everyone in the house, and tell me the country, your state, your locality, where you are following from, and that will really go a long way. I'd like you to share this class so that as many people will follow it as possible. You might just be saving somebody's life. You might just be saving someone's career, someone's business, someone's brand. Because if you do not metamorphose, you risk going extinct. So let me know where you are following from. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know that you are here. Let me know, and then like the video, drop a comment, and share this video or across all your platforms, and that will be very good for us. This is Metamorphosis, the art of evolving. The SOF Equip is a platform that helps its members to rally all sorts of help that they need for their businesses, for whatever endeavor they're involved in. We rally funding, we rally research, innovation and trading. We foster collaboration, and we advise on how to channel your income in the next in a way that you have different sources of income. So we started as an educational group. We expanded to accommodate other professionals, and this program, Metamorphosis, is sponsored by the SOF Equip. I want to take you through how to change your life from the present level to the next. how to move from one level to another. If you do not do that movement, you remain where you are. People who you started long way before them, they catch up with you and they move on and they become industry leaders. Have you seen people that you raised becoming industry leaders are ahead of you? And you know more than them, but they've been able to gather more followers, reach a wider audience. Don't forget about the market. You gather more followers, reach a wider audience, and get more recognition across the globe than you. And so you begin to say, well, yeah, he brought me up. He trained us. They begin to give tributes to you. That he trained us. He brought us up. But you are still in the market, but you are struggling to get as much patronage as they are. Why? Because you failed to metamorphose. Finding out what they did, they tweaked that which you taught them. They didn't run just exactly hook, line, and sinker with that which you taught them. They tweaked it at some point or the other just to retain relevance. So, what are the aspects of metamorphosis that we're going to be going through? This class is the introductory class, and we're going to be rolling through some of the things that you need to metamorphose on. Personal growth. Personal growth. So I'm going to be showing you aspects of personal growth that need to be changed. I don't need to say too much, but I will. I'm tying all of them together. Personal growth, business evolution, career transformation, brand evolution. See, this class is for you if you have been on the same level of relevance for too long. You have been on the same level of customer. You have the same customers for so many years. You are on the same level of exposure. You are the same. You have been on this. You seem to be doing fine, but you are finding it difficult to rank the next stage of your market. Maybe you have been operating locally, and then you want to snap locally. I mean, in your locality, local government, or in your county, and then you want to begin to operate across the states. Or you've been operating across the states, you want to now begin to operate nationwide. You want to be a national brand. Or you've been operating as a national brand, you want to now go global. Metamorphosis, the heart of evolving. So let me take you through the first stage of metamorphosis that you need to go to. I'm going to talk about personal brand now. So on that personal brand, I'll talk about three things. I'll talk about your education. I'll talk about your person, your habits, and then I'll talk about your vision. Are you getting it? So let your education, your habits, and your vision. Now, I should have talked about skill acquisition and all that, but I'll talk about that. We will talk about that in another class. Let me talk about education. Education, they say, opens your horizon. It's like a door that opens you to the world. It makes you see what the world is seeing. Education in itself is not what will make you metamorphose. It is what you do with it. Education is a means. If there's another thing if you can go about being educated without going to school, it's okay. But I'm telling you something. When you get educated, education bundles all of what people have been learning over the centuries and bundles it into you in a year, in 3 years, in 2 years. Now, in 6 months. I'm not talking about formal education alone. Whatever makes you sit in someone's class and what the fellow is teaching you is something that has been crafted and tested over time. A curriculum that has been developed with you in mind. Whatever makes you sit up in any class and you ingest that which has been carefully crafted for you, for people like you, having you in mind, not just for the purpose of passing time, but for the purpose of changing whatever sphere you find yourself operating. Is it that whatever makes you do that is educating your mind? The mind is the most difficult individual to train. However, the mind is the most effective individual to train. When your mind is transformed, when what you are seeing changes, where you are going changes. When what you are seeing changes, how many people you can impact changes. If anything happens and your mind is depressed, everything about you goes down. You see, you cannot claim to want to metamorphose without education. And get me very correctly. Some people say school is a scam. I'm not a part of that school of thought. And the education I'm talking about here is not just formal. But of course, when you mention education, what immediately comes to mind is formal. Not just formal, even if it's apprenticeship. So long as whoever you are serving under carefully crafted a curriculum, carefully crafted something, maybe theoretical or practical, for you to experience. There has to be an experience. A curriculum is an experience. It's like a compendium of what the learner should experience. Any learning process, any education that doesn't follow a carefully crafted curriculum, it doesn't matter what the curriculum is. It doesn't matter who crafted it. But the fact that someone or a group of people sat down, crafted it, and brought into play all of the previous knowledge that some people have acquired in that industry. That's why they say that education is powerful. Now, let me tell you something. You cannot metamorphose without education. How are you going to do it? See, you don't even know what is next. You have an idea of what people are saying. See, let me tell you, when you see people online, you cherish what they are doing. You may say, but I didn't go to school to become what I'm doing now. That's the problem. That's what the problem is. You may have crashed on what you are doing. You may have just stumbled on what you are doing accidentally. But you will not be able to go to the next level without some form of education. Again, if you have to go to school to get that education, please do. If you have to go to go and serve as an apprentice under someone who has crafted a curriculum for you and experience that you need to go through, please go. If you have to sit under someone's cross online, under someone who has carefully crafted a learning experience for you, please do. There has to be an experience. There has to be a carefully crafted experience. The one I call curriculum. It may last for 3 weeks. It may last for 1 month. It may last for 1 year. If that which you want to go into require something that will be globally recognized, then you now begin to think of a degree. Because it is not everyone that will create a skit and then the whole globe will going to laugh at it. It's not everyone that will sing a song and maybe you're an artist. You don't need a degree from anyone. You don't need anyone's endorsement. Even at that level, they need endorsement. They may not tell you anything they go through. They may not have a certificate to show for that which they have learned. But you hear that they serve under someone. There has to be like an apprenticeship. You have to serve an apprenticeship under someone. Maybe someone you know, this kind of someone you don't know. It may be a group of professors who decide to bring you up and then teach you that which they already have researched into. You see, you cannot go today in this class. I'm going to be happy on that alone. Education is the first level of your preparation for personal metamorphosis. Metamorphosis must start on a personal level. It must start from personal growth. If you do not educate your mind is locked into a room. That's why you are saying you are playing in an industry. You have been playing in this industry for 22 years. 22 years is enough to make you a leader. You don't have to sit in that industry if you cannot be a leader in that industry. You don't have to sit in that sector if you cannot be a leader there. Educating your mind opens your horizons to possibilities and opportunities that never exist, or that exist that people do not see. By the grace of God, what we were able to come up with in Nigeria is something that doesn't exist. We built an academy like a mini MBA for education professionals, stakeholders. It doesn't exist. We didn't get there in the beginning. It didn't get there by deciding to do it. We got there by tweaking that industry and say, how do we metamorphose? How do we remain relevant? How do we not lose at it being face of competition? And then we educated our minds and saw that, wow, we are being locked into a room. You see, if you do not educate your mind, you are locked into a room. You think you are doing well, right? You think you are fine, but no. Let me take a moment to talk about SWBQ. SWBQ is a platform that rallies funding for its members. So we rally funding. If funding is your problem, of course, we're going to get there. Certain things, all of this is metamorphosis, almost impossible without funds. It's almost impossible without you spending some cash on yourself or end that process at some point in time or the other. So SWPQ is a platform that raises funding for its members. Right now, presently we operate in Nigeria, and then we rally funding for our members. In any way, it's a collaborative funding scheme. You come in with whatever you have, but we help you to expand it, to multiply it by relying on other people, other members, other partners to, not everyone will need resources at the same time. So it will share it and make it go and just share resources. It's a platform of shared resources, especially to fund you. All you need to do is join, and then you get eligible for such funding. You need to continue. Metamorphosis, the art of evolving. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Now, I'm not yet done with personal growth, personal metamorphosis. Until in this class, I'm picking on education. I'm starting with education. You are not too old to be educated. Neither are you too young to go on that journey. What I'm saying is, for you to metamorphose, whatever level you are, whichever industry you are operating, you don't even know what is next. You see, you feel. But when you educate your mind by sitting in a class or in a program that has been carefully crafted with a curriculum for you to have an experience, then you know what is next. You know what to do. Metamorphosis begins when the mind is liberated. Metamorphosis begins when the mind is liberated. When there's a light that shines in your heart, in your mind, you see the possibilities. See, it doesn't matter what you are doing now. And I want you to know that what I'm saying now cuts across industries. Even if you are a YouTuber, you are an artist, you are a lawyer, a teacher, a doctor, you need to metamorphose. And the reason is this: if you do not change, you are going to go extinct. The rate at which technology is advancing is so fast that if you choose not to advance at the same rate or at the same pace, that which you have will be needed, but they will not come to you. That which you have is needed, but you have not metamorphosed to serve the need of the members, the followers, the people in your industry. So, this class we're talking about education. What are you to learn? Ask yourself, what am I supposed to learn? You may not know. That's the point. You may not even know. So you go on a search. The internet is there for you. AI is there for you. Begin to learn. I said something that AI is learning faster than humans. Find someone who knows. Find a platform that directs. Educate your mind. See, you're not too big or too old. Don't say education is not for my children. I've got past that age. I'm not saying it doesn't have to be a formal degree, but it has to be something that someone or a group of people somewhere sat down, thought about you, crafted a curriculum. See, I keep saying that. Crafted an experience that you need to have for you to operate on another level. You want to move from this phase to that phase, there's something you need to know. What is keeping you in this level is lack of certain information, lack of certain knowledge. You cannot be too big to expand your knowledge. If you need to leave your country to go and learn it, to go for that education, begin to plan that trip. If you need to relocate from your state to another, if you need to reach out to someone who is a leader in that industry, reach out. What is keeping you at this level that you have done metamorphose, that you cannot serve, and you are gradually losing relevance? Your customers are dropping. Your brand is fading. Your followers are looking elsewhere. What is missing is something that other people know that you don't know. Now, I'm not just saying random, don't go for random education or random courses. Find out who is crafting it. Find out whether the curriculum was crafted for you. You see, it is not everything, every course that you buy. It isn't any program you enroll for where you can do it for the purpose of keeping your mind busy, but sometimes it waste because it's not going to serve what you want. As you grow older, you don't even have enough all the time to waste or play around with. So find out that which you need to learn, that which you need to know to move from this level to the next level. So in the next class, I'm going to be talking to you about specific platforms for educating your mind depending on that which you want to achieve. Metamorphosis is the art of evolving. Once again, this program is sponsored by SOFQ. I want to tell you about SOFQ. I want you to join SOFQ. If what you need is funding, you need funding. If you've been looking for money, you don't have all that the banks are asking you to give in order to be funded. You don't have seed funding. You're not able to raise. If your funding is what is keeping you where you are, just join the SOFQ. SOFQ is a collaborative funded profit group of people who have come together to help themselves fund themselves. That collaboration is big. That collaboration makes us approach funded platforms, banks, people who have the money that we need. And so they look at what we cannot get individually, we get it collaboratively. Through collaboration. That's correct. All right, so metamorphosis continues next time. The art of evolving. How to move from one level to the next. How to change your level from this to the next. Like the video and comment and share. As a matter of fact, let me know exactly where you are following from. As you walk into the class, I'm seeing you. Drop your comment. Say hello to everyone in the house and tell me the country, your state, your locality, where you are following from. And that will really go a long way. I'd like you to share this class so that as many people will follow it as possible. You might just be saving somebody's life. You might just be saving someone's career, someone's business, someone's brand. Because if you do not metamorphose, you risk going extinct. So let me know where you are following from. Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know that you are here. Let me know. And then like the video, drop a comment, and share this video or across all your platforms. And that will be very good for us. This is Metamorphosis, the art of evolving. Thank you. I'm David Adeniji, convener of SOFQ. I'll meet you again